Good morning, everyone. Hi, it's Michelle, and welcome to this live. I don't know if you're watching it now, maybe you're watching it later. I am here on Facebook, I'm here on Instagram. So I won't be looking in the camera directly the whole time because I have two cameras to juggle, basically. I have two cameras to watch. And I'm seeing people joining. Hi, it's amazing to have you here. Last week, I asked you guys to send in questions. If you have any questions for me to talk about during this live. And actually someone that I met years ago in Dubai sent me a DM and he said, you know what, Michelle, I do have a question and it's all about how you start a business. And I thought, oh, that's really interesting because usually, as you guys might know, I focus on the brand. I'm a branding expert and I help entrepreneurs who have been doing their business for a while to actually upgrade their business by building the brand so that you're not just focusing on selling products, but you're actually creating magic. That's what I do. But in essence, of course, there is the business part as well. So the reason why he's asking this is what I can imagine is that this guy is a highly trained professional. He's really good at what he does. And now he's thinking of, transitioning to doing his own business. And that's really interesting because a lot of people who start their own business come from, years of experience. And at some point they're like ready to start doing it on their own terms and doing their own thing. And that is usually a very good place to actually, launch your own business. But it's completely different, obviously. There's a different energy, and all of a sudden, instead of having that safe environment of a job, you transition to being responsible for the whole strategy, getting clients in and doing all the hassle and all the admin around it. So it is different, and that is actually a reason for some people to not even start their own business. The thing is that what you need to realize is that, making that decision of starting your own business does require some other skills than simply, being a professional and being an employee. So thinking that it only requires you to be good at what you do, that is in essence not enough because you will be responsible for so much more than just that. So what I've done, I have actually written down a few major points that I believe are really important in setting up a business. As soon as you decide, okay, so I've had my experience, I've had a number of years as a professional, now I want to, put my vision out there. So what I strongly believe in is that it starts with the right mindset. There is this thing about entrepreneurs. Hey, my cousin's here, or it's Emma and it's Suzanne from Some Social. Nice to see you here. Hi. So in essence, starting a business starts with the right mindset. And there is a specific mindset that entrepreneurs have that I believe really, really sets them apart and helps them to move forward. And it starts first of all, with possibility thinking. Usually entrepreneurs see possibilities, they see opportunities, and they will grab it. I mean, there's this thing called a growth mindset as opposed to a fixed mindset. And the fixed mindset is usually someone who is very, limited in their thinking. They think within the box, whereas someone with a growth mindset is always looking for something to expand, something to learn, and knowing that it's not only their perspective that's the right perspective, and you're always learning. There is a difference here. And what I believe is that entrepreneurs, they have that growth mindset. They think possibilities, positive and possibilities. So the mindset of possibility thinking is definitely something that you need if you want to start a business. What you also need is perseverance. You need to stay with it. It's not going to launch and be successful from the start immediately. You need to persevere. You need to be patient and, stick with it, because if you think that it's going to just start, launch magically, that's not it. You need to do the work and continue and continue and continue. So that's what I believe when it comes to mindset. You need possibility thinking, you need perseverance and patience, move on with it. And for me, what I think is really important nowadays, especially in this market where clients have become more critical, is that you want to have a purpose. You want to be purpose driven, really do something more than just the business, and allow yourself to actually be driven or actually pulled forward by this purpose and making the world a little bit more beautiful. And some people might think it's bullshit. That's completely fine. This is my ideology, at least. So, okay, you want to start a new business, start with the right mindset. That is step number one. But what do you also need? You need a product. You need a good product, obviously, because otherwise, what are you going to sell? If you're not clear on what you're going to sell, what you're going to bring to the market, then there's no business, basically. So there is something of value that you can bring people, something that is relevant. There needs to be a demand for it. It needs to be relevant for the people that you can help. If there's no, if the product or that thing that you're doing is not relevant, then there is really no point, because there will be nobody wanting to work with you. So you need a relevant product that is actually going to add value. That's what you need. So that is the second. So you start with the mindset. You need the right mindset. You need a product that is relevant. And of course, then you need an audience. You need an audience. You need to know who you want to work with. Who are those people that can really, improve their lives by through your product, through that thing that you do? Who are you going to help? You need to understand that and need to know that. So that is really important. Hi guys, thank you for joining. I see more people are joining. That is amazing. I'm talking about what's important when you set up a business, the few basics that you need when you set up a business. I'm talking about that you need the mindset of possibility thinking, perseverance, and purpose. I'm talking about how your product needs to be relevant and there needs to be a demand for it. It needs to add value. And I'm talking about how you need to know your audience. You need to understand the audience and who you're actually trying to help. Now, what else do you need? As soon as you know your business, you're purpose driven, you have a product and you know your audience, then you need something to get your product to that audience, basically. You need to be able to have a plan to actually market your product. And this is what marketing is. That is to get, the product to the market. Really, really important. And that is, that can be very simple from the start. If you're starting a business, it can be quite simple to, just start making appointments, start seeing people or calling them, see if anyone in your network can benefit from what you do. You start small and you start expanding the circle. I mean, that's what I always believe in. You start small, you start with the people that you know, you build trust, you build testimonials, for example, and then gradually you expand. You don't have to win the race from the start. You make sure that you allow it to grow, step by step. So you need a plan. And the last part, what you need is actually, you need a set of skills, because being an entrepreneur requires a set of skills. And obviously when you start a business, you don't have those skills from the start. Of course not. You need time to develop them. But what I do believe in is that, especially, entrepreneurs, I see a lot of entrepreneurs, they do invest in developing those skills. You don't have to know it from the start. You don't have to be able to do anything, but there are a number of things, especially around the mindset, that you need to understand and need to learn. So invest in courses, in training and seminars. Go to seminars and pay attention to what they're saying and learn from experienced entrepreneurs and allow yourself to develop the skills over time. That is something that is really important. And I see that successful entrepreneurs continuously do that. They continuously invest in learning new skills, developing new skills, and, getting better as time goes by. And, skills like sales, for example, so important to invest in that. Skills like marketing, branding, what I do, for example. All of that is really important to keep investing and learning new skills that will help you to grow your business. That is something that businesses do. And one last thing that I believe is important to understand as an entrepreneur, if you want to have a successful business, is to not do everything yourself at some point. In the beginning, sure, you'll probably be doing a lot yourself. That is great because you want to understand the process. But at some point, you have to understand that there are tasks that could be done by someone who knows how to do it better, but who's also cheaper, so to speak. So you want to outsource low value tasks. And that even starts with something simple, like, for example, if you work from your house, don't clean your own house. There is cleaning people who are so good at it and who need the work, and you know, they probably charge less money, for the work that you can earn in the time that you're working. You know, while they're cleaning, you're working and you earn more money, and that's how we help each other. So outsource low value tasks. Don't try to keep doing everything yourself. And yes, exactly. I love that. Sales Academy in Amsterdam. Thank you. Absolutely. I think that at some point you need to leverage your time with systems. That is when you transition from being, for example, a freelance entrepreneur to actually becoming a business owner. That is the next level, you know, that you learn how to use systems and time to actually leverage your business so that you don't have to do everything over and over again. That is a very, very important step. Usually people generally, when they start a business, don't really focus on doing that, but that would definitely be, the sooner you can leverage time, the sooner you can, your time with systems, the sooner you can do that, the better. For me, it took a while to really understand that, actually. I used to be a freelance entrepreneur for a long time. I was in copywriting, and copywriting is not really scalable. I wasn't able to really leverage that. And I discovered that by systemizing things, using technology, by putting my knowledge into a system, into a method, that is actually how I managed to leverage my time, you know, because, you know, your time is so precious. Entrepreneurs get that. That time is so precious. You can only spend it once. You can only invest it once. So by doing that, by finding a way to use technology, but also use ways to, you know, create your, thanks for that compliment, Sales Academy Amsterdam. That's amazing. But, you know, for me, to the moment that I started, you know, thinking differently about my content, putting it into a system and into a method, and the moment that I had the courage to, instead of, you know, staying safely behind my laptop and doing the same work over and over again that I was good at, and actually start creating something new again, and started teaching what I do, which is scalable, which I can leverage actually, that is actually when I started growing myself as well. And that's why I really believe that growing a business, starting a business and then growing it and going to that next level, that is part of your personal leadership as well. Your personal role as an entrepreneur is so important here as well. And for me, entrepreneurship is one of the most profound opportunities to develop myself as a person as well. That is something that I don't think that I'd be where I am if I'd still be in a job, for example. So I hope that helps you guys. I see that some other people are joining me now, but I'm actually at the end of this live. So if you really want to see what I've talked about how you set up a business, what's really important in the mindset, the product, the audience, the plan to market, the skills that you need, and all of it, please watch this live again. It is filled with so much value. And I am going to leave you at this for now and start my day as well. I have some really nice things to do my marketing, because next week on Friday, I actually have an event. It's a free event in Amsterdam. So if you're in Holland right now and you want to meet me live, then please check out my website. Check out the link in my bio, actually. If you're on Instagram, check out the link in my bio. There is a link to join my event. It's a free event, and it's filling up really quickly. So I'd be really excited to see you there next week, 30th of August in the morning in Amsterdam for free. So we'd love to see you there. And we can meet in person. All right. Hope you'll have an amazing day, and I will see you Thursday at 9 a.m. again for a live. Any questions, send them in, and I'll treat them in the live. All right. Bye-bye, guys. Ciao.